we are live on the Inspire Tomorrow podcast. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm here today with Taylor Neal and Terri Whalen. You guys are starting a community gym that we're really excited about. How are you guys doing today?
Doing good. St. Patrick's Day. Can't complain.
Doing good. Thank you for having us. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. I don't know if I'm wearing any green though, so I should probably run for it right now. But no, I'm doing good. So we're excited to have you as our first guest on the podcast. That we hope helps build our community in a positive direction and creates conversations that we can all grow from. So we're here today because you guys set out on a huge venture to bring the community a much needed space to work out, and as well as a lot of other things. Where did some of your inspiration come from to start this project?
Really, so I mean, I've been training in the area for a long time. Heavy impact and influence with the kids and the youth, and that's one big part of my passion is providing for the youth. I mean, you grew up here, we all grew up here in this town, and and we know what was available. We've seen kind of like things that have died out, or some things that have stuck around, or what made a difference. But that's just where my passion is. Health, and then providing for the youth, and then I don't know if you're familiar, but the fitness facility that I've worked out of for a long time is closing down. So that's kind of like what influenced us to make such a fast and big jump right away. Is that place saved my life. That's where I went from when I was 13 years old, 17 years. That's where I went, and the idea of that not being there for me made me move my feet quick.
Right.
And luckily I have, we got a really good team of people that we were preparing with beforehand, and we were just ready to move. So everyone's going.
So it was kind of the push that you guys needed.
I think so, yes.
And Terri, how do you fit into the project, and where did you get the inspiration to join the team?
Yeah, so I've followed Taylor. I mean, I went to high school with Taylor, so I've known him for all the years. But followed his awesome journey with training a lot of the athletes that we went to school with, and continued to just build that community of people, and then generations down the line of athletes and just community members that are hungry to better their lives. And Taylor's had an amazing impact in that, and it was really inspiring. And I'm more on the nutrition side, but I still personal trainer as well. So I've always been very interested in how to make everything work full circle, and providing clients that are killing themselves in the gym. They're doing really, really well, but how do we implement good nutrition values for all of that, and just make people the happiest, healthiest humans that we possibly can? And just wanted to lock arms with Taylor and see how we could just bring some really good things to the community, and bringing our strengths all together. So
almost like a full wellness center.
Yeah.
Hey, man, this is the Avengers of fitness coming together, bro.
Right.
I'm telling you.
I can see it.
I'm gonna try.
So this gym, what do you see it having in it? Have you started to kind of encompass that vision into the space, and maybe tell the people, the town of Port Orchard, where this is located at? Because you guys have secured a location.
So we just picked our keys up today. Matter of fact, right, we're at the end of the building. We're neighbors, so it's kind of cool how this worked out. But we have 11,000 square feet. We're at the end of Town Square, the Port Orchard Mall here, right across the street from the high school. So, we're really excited to be close to the school, because that's the majority of who I work with right now, but also like the impact that we hope to make is on the youth. We're going to call it the RACC, R-A-C-C, and it's going to be Raw Athletics and Community Center.
Nice.
We're going to have programs for everybody, programs for the youth, but we really hope to, and we will bring things that town hasn't seen, that we know that we needed, and is needed, and we hope to fulfill a lot of things there.
So you're definitely hoping for some all ages, but focusing on the youth is interesting, because our town doesn't really have it doesn't have that youth or youth center, especially for exercise. I mean, and I see what you mean with the Olympic fitness, that that basketball court inside was a place that we all congregated to do things, and that's going to be gone. But you guys can take over that torch.
Yeah, man, that's what's happening. We will. We're on our way. And yeah, that's like I said, the place saved me. Like, I can honestly say that. I saw my friends go certain ways, and I went certain ways, but there was always something pulling me back there, and it ended up being my future. It ended up being so much bigger than just what was bringing me there, but what it instilled in me what I'm sharing with others now, and what I've built my life upon. So that was actually a tough loss.
Yeah, it is a tough loss.
Tough loss. I struggled for a little bit emotionally, and still do. It stinks being on that court and thinking, hey, this is the last time I'm gonna be here. But there's so many great things. One thing goes, something else comes up, or another door opens, and there's great things going on right now.
You definitely, I've seen you in the last few years, but probably your whole life going with your gut on things, even though they're hard and they're challenging, and following those paths that are a little less traveled. Can you guys both speak to that maybe a little bit in your lives, trying to conquer personal challenges, and how it got you here today?
Yeah, I mean, I'm honest. If I'm being completely honest, the big reason why the nutrition stuff is so important to me is I saw myself going the wrong direction in the way that I approach things, and you have an idea of how to start your fitness journey or whatnot, and it's not always educated in the right ways, and so how do I not allow somebody else to come down that same path? And I looking at that teenage girl or whoever that client might be, to keep them in the right focus, like, okay, you have the support now to do whatever you want with your life, and you don't have to hate yourself into your fitness journey or anything like that. So and for me, nutrition is not just the food part; it's getting your mindset. For me, it's all holistic health, your entire system. And
I just did yoga this morning, and I tell you, it definitely probably impacted my day very greatly, because right after we were done, we had a lot of work to do at the restaurant, and I think that we have a community yoga for our employees and people.
That's so awesome.
And yeah, it's really important to bring a sense of calm and meditation and an option for people, because life's stressful,
right?
Yeah.
And so the mind part of it does really impact the whole thing.
Absolutely.
So I love that. So you guys just got the keys today.
Yep.
Very exciting. I'd just like to see, where are you guys in the process right now? What things are you working on currently? Because as entrepreneurs, we're always working on stuff every single day. So like, what's on your mind for some things that you need to accomplish in the next 2 weeks, or would like to get started working on in the next couple of weeks?
Well, we have so like I said, the gym that we were at gave us 30 days till they close their doors, and that's not us. That's probably about 1,000 members, 1,000 people, and that's where we are in the business of supporting good health for the community. It's a community of people that we care about, and so part of it is like, hey, how can we knock this out, or at least get this operational to the point where they have a place to go and at least stay busy while we continue our build out. So really, floors. We're gonna bring in floors. We're gonna put down turf. We've been collecting equipment. We got a lot of people that are supporting us, bringing their own equipment while we're waiting on things to come in. Which the community outpour and the people that have reached out is like taking a step like that big space is the scariest thing I've ever done in my life. And the amount of people that have reached out and just, hey, I love you, I got this for you, or I'm here for whatever, has been so amazing. And we're blessed to be in the community that we're in. That's why we want to provide for the community, like bring something that this community needs, because they love us and we love them. So, we're hoping, 2 to 3 weeks we're at least operational, and we're going to do a phased kind of build out. We're going to start with like, hey, this is a fitness area. We're going to get this ready for you so you guys can come work out and have your trainers or, have us around and get to know us, see what we're doing, be a part of what we're doing. And then we're going to, kind of phase through the building, our build out. We have a kitchen. We're planning on doing, meal prep, meal prep.
Nice. That's
smoothies.
a big feature to have.
Yeah. Supplements on deck. And then we've been reaching out to a lot of partners, people to support local businesses. There's a lot of local businesses that are like, hey, what's going on? Let's talk. So we're really looking forward to sharing with everyone in the community how they can help, get on board, support, get involved, how we can support them. That's we want to support everyone.
How to work
else.
together, yeah.
Build each other rise together. That's what Raw is based off of. Is like if I could have every other gym owner in Port Orchard come in and be a part of what we're doing, like I got something for you. I wrote something up so we can bring everybody in to share this and help.
Kind
everybody.
of the hub for health and fitness in Port
not
Orchard.
even the hub, but more like the plug. Like if I might not be the end result for you,
right?
Like you might
the right
not,
place to
this
go.
might not be your place, but if I can connect you with Annapolis or with Gritness or with CrossFit downtown, and I'm that bridge that got you to where you're happy and healthy, then I'm a part of your journey. I'm supporting your health. I'm not supporting me putting $1 in my pocket. It's about you being healthy. It's about everyone in this room being healthy. And as a fitness professional, like for me to stay true to my heart and everything, like that's what it's about. A healthy community, loving each other and helping each other. There's an abundance of work. So that's what it's about for me, really.
I heard you talk in the beginning of that right there about the risk that was taken, that you guys took together to kind of go on this project. And I think a lot of entrepreneurs out there, some people that haven't started what they wanted to do yet, but they're thinking about it. Terri, maybe you could talk to overcoming that initial fear and risk of it, the possibility that it doesn't work out. You kind of have to just go for it, right?
Yeah. No, that's totally it. I've always kind of said, like, take messy action. You can think that you have this grand plan of how everything's going to work and unfold, and, God or the universe is going to say, like, okay, we're going to swerve. And clearly we've done that. We had to swerve. And like Taylor was saying, like the community outreach that has been given back, like knowing that they're going to be supported and they've been along for the journey the whole time, so they're not going to leave. So like I think we both kind of had that in the back of our minds, like, yeah, it's scary, but we're not doing this alone. Like we're not doing it alone, like single-handedly at all. So this is just, it's all going to be for the community, by the community.
Yeah. And kind of, to me, it relates back to like even in relationships sometimes, like that risk you have to take when you love somebody else.
Sure.
It kind of feels similar to that because you don't know where it's going to go. You don't know how it's going to work out. But you just kind of got to find your way and take the risk that, loving is worth it no matter what to go that route. So I think entrepreneurs out there, people thinking about it, I definitely have a smart plan on what you want to do. And take some steps. But it's at a certain point, if you feel like you're ready, you gotta go for it to take that risk and see what can happen.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see. Is there anything else you guys want to share about the process? I got a few more questions for you, but anything you want to jump in with?
No, I mean we can keep on rolling, man. I'm loving just sharing and answering any questions you have, and I'm sure we'll keep on building off of the things that we keep coming up with as well.
Okay. Well, I got to refer to my notes now a little bit. So we talked about the inspiration behind it and kind of the vision for the gym. And I guess we can go into these. How does it feel? Did I already do this one? How does it feel to start this this venture in your hometown? Are you from here, Terri?
Yeah, born and raised. Yeah.
So in your hometown, being able to give that back to the community, and build our community into, like, what do you see for Port Orchard in the near future? Like, what can we do?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll dip into a little bit of my vision with the nutrition part. I've always thought it'd be super cool. I was born into a like a farming community, so I was at the farmers markets in Port Orchard, and went to help my dad on the hay fields and all the things. So we're still very much plugged in as a family into like the Kitsap Ag Alliance and all of that. So a big part of what I would love to do with the nutrition stuff is be able to provide people with the nutrition education, but bringing those options, those farm to table ingredients like right into the gym, like have like a CSA at the gym. And I don't even know if I've told Taylor about like my crazy thoughts, but to have, farmers be able to drop off
What's
local
the CSA?
produce.
Sorry, I don't know what that is.
Community sustained agriculture.
Okay,
So just
gotcha.
like anything that a farmer could provide for somebody. But yeah, like to have those options be able to be accessible to clients, whether that's us preparing it for them or doing workshops to show them how to prepare it, or just have the raw ingredients delivered as like a drop
Yes.
location, because they have those throughout the community. But if our gym could be one, I mean, what an amazing opportunity to just kind of get the education and then execute
Yes.
right away. Yeah.
Great for the youth too.
We got some special things going on, bro. I'm telling
And just
you.
helps the farmers too. I mean, here's, we're going to be your customers for life. Like, and, we want your eggs, we want your lettuce, we want your things. So, continue to build that. Yeah.
That is very nice. I mean, I need to get into some healthier food. As much as I love the Bevco, I don't know if it's
Right.
farm to table.
It's good though. It's good though.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
We'll take it though.
Taylor, how do you see your role in this business? I mean, it seems like you're definitely the main driving force behind it. And so currently what are you doing? Everything for the business, kind of CEO role, kind of like carving out everything, connecting the people. What do you see yourself? How you see yourself fitting in with the great team you got here?
I don't even know if I really say like I'm driving this bus or I'm the driving force, like
Guiding the ship.
I wouldn't even. I don't know, man. I would say I built a platform. I built a foundation. Caleb, he's gonna be on here in a minute. He put up the walls. Like I built the foundation. He put up the walls, and we're bringing the people into this. It's not one person. It's everyone is locking arms and moving forward as one. And that's what I love about it. Just the way I've been feeling with the movement lately is, I never wanted it to be me or mine. And I've been telling everybody, even people that haven't even been in the gym are going to be members, like I want them to feel like it's theirs just as much as it's mine, just as much as it's Terry's or anybody else's. Like it's a safe place for all of us to go. We can share or be vulnerable, share insecurities or whatever it is. Like we come here to grow and get better, and we encourage each other. Your goals are different than mine, but if there's any way for me to help or encourage you, I'll put everything on it that I'm going to do that or give you that or share that with you. And that's just the way that I've wanted things to be from the jump. If I own anything, if I have anything, I don't want it to be mine. I want it to be ours. The food on the table is so much greater when you have people to share it with, and that's how I want this to be.
Sounds like the heart.
Yeah.
Coming from the heart.
That's it, man. That's it.
Let's see. So both of you are from Port Orchard. So I'd like to know, what do you love about our town, our area, and why you chose to stay here as opposed to maybe continuing your careers or your lives in other places.
I love my mama.
Yeah. Basically.
No, man, I just love the people, and yeah, I'm like, I have this heart that wants to see the world and share the world and touch the world and, just do, I mean, me and you have bounced ideas off each other, and our conversations have gotten pretty crazy. And that's one thing I love and respect about you is just like that big picture. My thing is, I worked in the shipyard. I wanted to go into the military, like I worked in the drywall finishers union. Like I did these things that if this ended up not working out, which there's no denying at this point it's gonna work. Like I can't deny that. But if things don't work out, those will always be there. I never had a teacher say, hey, that's a really cool goal or dream or vision. You should go pursue that, because a lot of the things that I always wanted or saw or wanted to pursue were so out of this world that Port Orchard just couldn't grasp it. And we're in the biggest school in the state. We have the most kids in the state at our school, and it's just completely understandable for teachers to say, hey, if you join the military or if you go work in the backyard in the shipyard over there, we're successful because you're gonna make a living. But I've been in the shipyard, and I'm not knocking it. I got people who have great lives in the shipyard.
We can't. Yeah, our town's been built on the shipyard.
Exactly. But I also know the shipyard is going to be there, and for someone like me who's ambitious and wants to do things.
In your youth, now's the time.
I was I was there, and I was depressed, and I was sad, and I was seeing a counselor, and and I was struggling because my town and my people and my family, and they told me, I need to be there, I need to stay there, and that might have been the hardest thing I've ever done, was leave the shipyard. But I ended up leaving because it just wasn't for me.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
But I want those kids like myself to have someone who says, that crazy thing you can do it. And not only that, I'm here to support you. I'm here to exhaust any resource I have for you to be able to at least have a shot. I know someone we might be able to call. He might not pick up, or he might say no, but I'm going to call him. I'm going to call him and see if he can help you, because he's in that field that you're interested in. I never had a teacher say that. I never had a mentor, growing up. I didn't really seek mentorship or find good mentors until probably my mid-20s, but I have connections and relationships with kids at this level.
And being in our small town, it is a great town to grow up, but we don't have as much connections to those, at least in our time, and to the people who did those crazy things, who started new big community projects. At least they weren't connected to the youth.
And that's the future.
Yeah, and maybe together we can play that role for our town.
There's no maybe, bro. Yeah. We're gonna do it. Me and you, all of us. Yeah, it's gonna happen. You're already doing it, and that's why we're all sitting in this room together right now. I believe that 100%.
It's pretty exciting, but when you accept the responsibility, it's definitely worth it.
Oh yeah.
It's so worth it.
Oh yeah.
So that was great. All right. Let's see. Oh, here we go. The future of the project. So obviously you guys are getting started. Maybe what's a good timeline of when you think you might be ready for the public? Even if it's a guess. What needs to happen? Well, maybe this is a better question. What needs to happen before the gym is ready for the public to come and experience it?
Everybody's got to jump. All hands on deck, and we're hoping 2-3 weeks we're rocking. At least we're operational while we're
that's quick
going through phases. Yeah, desperate times call for desperate measures, and we're ready to pull long days and long nights and just make it happen.
Do you guys got the manpower to do it? Do you still looking for some people to maybe volunteer their time or help out, some community people that want to get involved?
Yep, we want anyone who wants to get involved to come get involved, not necessarily because we can't or we need help. Help is always welcome, but we want people to feel what's going on. I want people to come in, feel, whether they're working alongside us or they're working out and seeing us, whatever it is. I want them to feel the energy, because the people that we're around, the things that are happening, what's going on is so special. If you feel it, you're going to come back. You can't deny it. And it's too real to walk away from. I feel that it's too real. Like, everyone on board is not just passionate about health or success or opportunity for the kids, but we're all from here. We've all seen each other. We might not have grown up together exactly, but we've all had paths that have kind of been congruent in a way for the past 15 years. and everyone, it's all out of love. You know, everyone's doing it for the right reasons, the whole team, and it's just this beautiful thing that's coming together. It's a masterpiece.
Terri, how do you feel, you know, with being from this town? At least from my perspective, there wasn't a lot of change, at least that I saw. I don't know if you feel differently, but a lot of change over our town in the last 20 years. So how do you feel being a part of a big change that in coming to Port Orchard?
Super excited. I mean, just to, like you said, like there hasn't been a change as far as the town. I mean, you still see the same shops being operated, and you know they haven't moved, but the energy shift is what we have the control over now, and like we have the platform, and we have the kids that are listening, and the community that's hungry for something new and exciting. Because yeah, maybe the facility that they were used to working out in is closing, but just under leaders that are hungry and ready to create whatever they want, really. Like, we're listening to them, and we want to create a space that's open for them. I mean, I would hope they would be nothing but excited to create that for themselves and have something so special that they can call home and just be excited about when they walk through those doors every day, and take it home with them too. So
Did you ever think you'd be a part of a project this big?
honestly, no, but I've never doubted it. Like I've never thought that it was unreachable, but I just never saw it, because I did the same thing as Taylor. I mean, I did the shipyard thing. I did, you know, the safety sort of safe, secure jobs for a while, but you never forget about that ambition, and you come back to that, and it's working. It's pretty cool.
All right. Well, we've ran through most of mine. So, let's see. We talked about how people could be involved. How can they start following the progress that you guys are making? Are you setting up channels for them to kind of follow your progress and your path as you build and open the gym?
Yeah, so so Instagram is probably, you know, one of the better ways, really. And we know we're getting ready to bring some people in to kind of help help take care of that for us while we're doing things.
Yeah, I heard you're partnering with a marketing person as well, in a way.
Yep.
Cool.
Lots of things like that. So it'll be a lot more active sooner than later. But yeah, and he's another, you know, local guy, Nick Bolera. He's from here. He lives in Tacoma now, but I mean, he's just probably my first friend in elementary. So you know, it's like it's love, and it's good people. But really excited to have him on board so that we can really, you know, share this process. We want people to see, you know, the walls right now, the unfinished drywall. We want them to see the ceilings and just, you know, this transformation that we are going to do ourselves, and hope, you know, that other people can come or will come be a part of it, just to feel it and say, hey, I had my hand in something special as well.
Record and document as much as you can.
Yeah,
because you can share it along the way, but then you'll also have those memories to reflect on and share later with people. Like, oh, like, look where we were 2 years ago.
Yeah, but so as far as, you know, Instagram, there's a raw is at raw_athletics. Mine is Coach Tay _raw. Terry's free to be me Terri.
Yeah, underscore.
And she's been she's been sharing some of her nutrition stuff. We're kind of like, you know, gonna all of us start sharing what we are gonna bring to the space. And then Caleb's K-Nels 24
23
34 K-Nels 34. And then we're gonna keep it there for now. But we have physical therapists, we have chiropractor. We have a team that we've been kind of assembling for the past, I mean, really probably like 8 months to a year. You know, we've been developing this plan. Our actual plan was to buy Olympic Fitness, and that didn't work out. So
do you want to share with the people what is going to become of it, or do we not know yet? Is it still up in the air? What is going to happen?
It's going to turn into a homeless shelter, and you know, I hope I know a lot of people are feeling certain types of ways. I'm trying to keep my hopes high. I know the homeless shelter in Bremerton, they do great things, but there's also things that come with that. So a lot of people are skeptical, and which is understanding, but I'm keeping my hopes up that it does a lot of great things for great people, and we are actually reaching out to them and hoping that we can work with the homeless shelter.
Yeah.
We're right down here, and at the end of the day, their goal of a better community and helping people and be successful people is in alignment with ours. So if we can support each other to provide for, we want to provide for everybody, then that would be awesome. But we really, the hope is that they do, great things come. The great things that come outweigh the possibilities of bad things or things that could come into.
And we do have people in need in our community.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in the downtown, we at the Peninsula Bevco, we see them all the time.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing. Sorry.
And there's a large population that is youth as well.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
That's actually something we did. Another buddy of mine, Brady Muller, reached out to me when right before that snow hit, and he's like, hey, I know you do a lot of, because we did fundraisers for families in need these past couple years, and really big on just bringing, and I like to bring my kids together to help. We went to Fred Meyer's and we shopped for these other kids on Christmas, like little things like that. But Brady called me and he's like, hey man, I know you love helping the community. I got this idea. I'm gonna go buy some blankets and let's hand them out to these people that are gonna be in the cold. And I was like, let me one up you. And I posted something, and I had so many kids and families bring stuff. And me and Brady were driving around in the snow that first night and just handing it out to people, hopping out and chatting with them. And but yeah, there's so many people, like you said, that are gonna benefit from that. And we got out there and saw them firsthand, and that's kind of like why I'm like, I have hopes that great things come from this, because like you said, I know and they're all right down there by where Bevco's at. That's kind of a hub, like you said, where especially the youth,
it's been really good for them too, that teen center. It's created a community in a way of the homeless, some of the homeless youth amongst themselves, and the people that they don't have another place to go, and everyone needs community and needs people that they can connect to. So this gives them a real place to do that. And we hope we can, I think they do need some programs to get them active and doing things. I see that as maybe a problem, when youth, whether it's troubled youth or not, has too much free time on their hands. So it'd be nice to get them into some active programs, whether it's exercising or whether it's job training. Because I see them down there every day, and I'm sure we could find some things that they could do that they were interested in as well. So.
Most definitely. Yeah, that's the goal, programs, that, like you said, that job training, that's another thing where we hope to bring internships, opportunity. I've had since we just started putting things out there, and even before, like I have some of my kids that went off to college, they want to be trainers when they come back. Or I have a high school girl that she's dead set she wants to be a trainer, just like Coach Tay. That's what her dad was telling me. And like, okay, if you want that, come on, serve an internship over the summer, train for free with me, and work with the youth once or twice a week, and see if it's something you really love. We'll teach you how we do it. Yeah. And at the end of summer, she can say, nah, I don't know if I'm feeling that, or yeah, let's run it, let's go.
Teaching life skills as well as fitness.
Exactly. It's it's not just going to be a fitness center. It's going to be something much, much greater. Definitely.
Yeah, the life skills. This is a little offbeat, but we had a new dishwasher at the Bevco. We let one of our owner's sons become the dishwasher, and nice kid, but just kind of had the attitude that he knew everything, and he already had the hustle. He was the best dishwasher around on his first day. And so it was kind of tough for him, because we had to kind of knock him down a few notches in a productive way. But I'm hoping he's got another shift this weekend. Yeah. Okay. So I'm hoping he learns and makes a slight attitude adjustment, because I think he does. Sometimes we do have things we need to overcome in our mind, and I think he's got some work to do. But I think hopefully this weekend goes really well for him.
Yeah, I hope so too, and I think that's awesome. Kids these days aren't used to challenging themselves, and it's either if he doesn't get that reality check now from people who really care about him, he's gonna get it from someone who just doesn't know him, and he's just a guy applying for a job, and he won't be given that chance.
Yeah, and you can give it to him in a productive way.
Right.
Exactly.
Too.
That's awesome. That's beautiful.
So how do you guys feel like being on the podcast so far? It's probably the first one you've done, or is it the first one that you've done?
It is, yeah.
First podcast I've done.
You feel comfortable? You feel cozy?
Man, I'm always
This
calm,
is-
cool, and collected, baby. Let's
It's a
go.
beautiful space. No, this is great. This is great. I listen to a lot of podcasts, so it's weird to be on this end and hear myself. So.
Uh-huh. And we
I
can
love
see
it.
ourselves over
Yeah,
there, too. We try not to look, but
Oh,
we're
my-
there.
No, this is awesome, man. I appreciate you having us.
Yeah, so
And I look forward to all the other things you bring into this space because I know your heart, I know your mind. I see what you guys are doing, and I know that this right here, this small room right here, is going to create beautiful things. So I'm really excited to see y'all grow here too. It's going to be awesome, man.
Yeah, it's hard to always feel like you're coming from a good place, but we really want to make sure that this is for other people as well. That's why we kind of designed it so other people can rent it and use it for their own projects. And that way it's just not all about us and our podcast. I think a lot of times we have a little trouble, or I have trouble with myself, like, oh, I don't want to put myself in the spotlight that much. Like, that's not what I want. But you kind of got to do it a little bit, but then you got to spread the love around. You got to deflect the attention to everybody else.
Yeah, definitely.
And so that's a challenge we're working on.
It's gonna be awesome, man. You're doing the right things. I think. I see where you're going.
We're all working hard here.
Yeah.
I think we can build a great community together.
I know we can. I know we will.
In our town that we grew up in, that's special. Not everybody gets those kind of chances.
no,
And
very thankful.
the thing is, like Caleb and I talk about it all the time, is like the amount of growth that's coming to Port Orchard.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Port Orchard and the growth in the future.
Let's talk about that with Caleb because he's.
Okay. We'll leave him something. We're taking all the stuff from him.
Caleb, he's done his research and he's excited and he's passionate about what's coming and the opportunity for sure. He's the guy to hear it talk about all that. I mean, we're all excited, but let's let him talk about that.
So I think we're gonna go into an intermission, but Terri.
Yes.
So we're gonna swap you for Caleb, but before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to say to the people of your town and the people that might be your clients at the gym, your nutrition clients and other people that you work with?
Sure. Yeah. Just be ready for the unexpected, whatever you can envision. Share that with us. Share that with everybody that you know that you're affecting, and just let it be a ripple effect, and just the good vibes will continue to flourish and inspire, and it's just going to be good. Just keep talking about it, keep sharing your input, and we'll work on this together.
Awesome. Good vibes from good people.
That's right.
Amen.
And intermission. That was just I don't know.
Yeah.
That was great. Good job.